What does manhood mean to you?
Manhood means to me is understanding that we can be as a spectrum, expressive as the spectrum of emotions that we feel and hold, and recognizing that sometimes that go against the norms, and that's norms that we have to then set. And then also just, understanding that how we can make a unsafe space safe and a safe space unsafe, recognizing that we hold both of those capabilities and being vigilant and understanding of that.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of King Crush Thursday, the series where we highlight and uplift Black men, because frankly, not too many people are doing it. My name is Val Gay, and I'm super excited to talk to this brother today. Let's see. He is a Philly native, born and raised, and he lives in Philly right now. He also happens to be a dyslexic spoken word poet who's been featured in many different media outlets, including the Deaf Poetry Jam. His name is Mr. LindoYes. Hey, Lindo.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm doing better than I have most days, so it's good being here with you because I'm in better spirits.
Oh, that's awesome. And I'm so glad that you are. And I'm so glad I'm in better spirits because you're here today. So thank you so much for being here. And I'm grateful that you are here because this conversation will contribute to our ongoing and growing repository of 6 questions answered by hundreds of amazing Black men.
Mhm.
It's exciting because we really want to continue to change the narrative,
Mhm.
one conversation at a time, of what Black men are perceived as in the media, particularly in society writ large. We see in the media and society a couple of stereotypes of Black men, and or a couple, not even so much stereotypes, but a couple of
Mhm.
models, if you will, of Black
Yeah.
men, right? And I'm not saying that they are incorrect. Sometimes they are incorrect, but they are most definitely incomplete, right? Because
That part.
two or three or even five different models or archetypes cannot define a
Mhm.
whole set of men, right? And so
Yeah.
I'm so grateful that you're here because ultimately, I hope a young king who may or may not have positive Black male role models can come to this repository, see these same 6 questions answered by all these different Black men, and hopefully find guidance there. And then for the rest of us who are neither male or even Black, that they can come to this repository again, see the same 6 questions answered by all these different folks, and hopefully have our minds expanded so that
Mhm.
we can have just a more realistic and truthful, frankly, society. And so I'm really grateful that you're here. And I'm going to get started with the first question, which is, what does manhood mean to you?
Manhood means to me is understanding that we can be as a spectrum, expressive as the spectrum of emotions that we feel and hold, and recognizing that sometimes that go against the norms, and that's norms that we have to then set. And then also just, understanding that how we can make a unsafe space safe and a safe space unsafe, recognizing that we hold both of those capabilities and being vigilant and understanding of that.
Mm, wow. Wow. Awesome. Excellent.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Mhm.
So, Linda, who and or what is important to you?
Mm, right, poetry, my cat, if you don't hear him right there. My poetry, my cats, and just really trying to understand a better sense of self. I'm constantly trying to push up against what I was taught and expanding on that, and also continuously learning who I am, and also just like bell hooks. I all about love, and I'm currently reading We Are Cool. And those things have been really informing how I just like navigate spaces. So bell hooks is like someone that I'm just holding very dear. Octavia Butler as well. I know I wouldn't be present as a poet and as a comic book writer without Octavia Butler. And just the compassion that my cats show me on a day where I am feeling like I cannot move and unmotivated, and they just purr up against me. And there's just so many people that I can't. I'll be here all day if I name everybody, but these are folks that come into my mind in this moment.
I love that. I love that. Octavia Butler. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I mean, when I first read WowC, it really changed the dynamics that I thought of gender roles, and also just really had just such an interesting conversation of nature and nurture, and what that mean and legacy building. Oh my God. Yeah.
That's awesome. Excellent. Thank you so much. So that's actually a great segue into question three, which is how do you want us to see you and maybe your cat?
Um, I really just want you to see me as like a poet and someone that is trying to navigate the world in a way of betterment where I want the world to be so gentle that we can walk around barefooted. And And I want us to realize there's different access points to things because as a person that is dyslexic, I needed different access points to reading. So I want us to just like make the world so available to each other and be invested in that collectivism. So that's what I'm hoping people are, you know, recognizing about me and taking from me and things I want people to remember as we just keep on building.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, Lindo, yes. What is your epic dream?
I don't know. I really don't know. My epic dream is, ultimately is to have such a gentle world we can walk around barefooted. The most immediate thing, what I would like to see within the next 5 years is universal healthcare. I want people to not be so concerned about going to the hospital because they know they're going to be taken care of and not have bills, and therefore it creates more access to the hospital. And then I also think that will inverse allow people to act on different dreams they have. I know so many people that won't leave their job and won't act on the desires they have because they're so scared of losing out on their insurance. you know so I really want universal healthcare in our lifetime. I think it would create so many accessibility, so many things that are just like unknown because we don't have as many people in these doctor rooms as possible to have a really good idea of just like the issues going on with us being humans and being in this world.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yes, I get it. I get it. Thank you. You have been answering question five all along implicitly, but I'm going to ask you explicitly. Mr. Lindo, yes. Who are you?
I am a spoken word poet that navigates the world with dyslexia, meaning that I often am thinking about how can visually I can bring the world closer to me and how I can be closer to the world because of just visual aids. And, just reimagining the world to enact a betterment for it through comic book writing, through just sci-fi and fantasy, and also just like looking for a form of play, you know?
I love it. I love it. Thank you. So here we are already at question six, which is there anything that I should have asked you that I didn't, or you wanted me to ask you that I didn't? In other words, what did I miss?
Um, I don't think you miss anything. I just want to state that I'm a comic book writer, and I currently have a comic book that's coming out very soon in July. It's an Afro-futurist graphic novel, poetic graphic novel, meaning that a lot of like the dialogue is said in verse, and it's about a world where we're understanding how to regulate our heavy emotions. And it's based out here in Philly, and you know, I really just want people to read it and understand how we can be compassionate to ourselves and how this world can be gentle and how can we navigate, heartbreak and anxiety and depression and, how we're can be invested in collectivism. Like, self-care is important, but without community care, it's hard to invest into self.
That's wonderful. And congratulations. That is so wonderful.
Thanks.
I'm so grateful for your open-heartedness, your work, your ability to stand fully in yourself, being divergent from the quote unquote norm, whatever that is, right?
Yeah.
And really being open and accessible. And I'm so grateful that you're here, and I'm grateful for your presence in this world. And I honor you, my king. And I pray that your epic dream comes true sooner rather than later. And I'm just really grateful for you being here today. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much for inviting me, and I really appreciate being part of this project. It's an honor.
Absolutely. Thank you. And you stay right there because I want to thank the audience for joining us. I really hope that you enjoyed this conversation as much as I have. And if there is a positive and successful Black man in your life who you want to hear from and see highlighted in this forum, please click the link below or my bio, fill out the nomination form, and we'll take it from there. That's actually how we met Mr. LindoYes. And so I'm so grateful to the person who nominated him. And we're just so grateful for the community that we built and continue to build. I always say that success does not equal what someone does for a living. Honestly, as long as these two caveats are fulfilled, it's legal and it's not hurting anyone. As long as those two things are on the table, I don't care what they do for a living. What I really care about is the content of the brother's character. Who is he in this world, and how is his content or his character contributing to a better society and impacting those around him, starting with the nuclear family and radiating out to the rest of the community. Those are the brothers that we really want to contribute to this repository. And so I'm so glad for the folks again the person who nominated LindoYes, but also all of you who have been nominating these amazing brothers that we get to see week in and week out. And so please stay tuned next week for yet another amazing king. And please remember to spread love and have a great day. Thank you so much. And Lindo, thank you so much. That was really wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks.